The living room was filled with the familiar, rhythmic thumping of a televised game. Bill Miller sat deeply embedded in the cushions, his eyes glued to the screen. "Football, I love football," he declared to the empty air, or perhaps to the universe at large. "It is my favorite kind of ball." He paused, considering the snacks on the coffee table. "Cheeseball, I love cheeseball. It is my second favorite ball." His internal monologue was interrupted by his son, Brian, who was hunched over a skeletal frame of sticks and thin fabric on the floor. Bill looked down, squinting. "What is going on?" Just fixing my kite," Brian answered without looking up. "The aerodynamics of it are all wrong, and I have only got 2 months to fix it before Kite Club season." Bill blinked. "There is a kite club?" "Yeah, I am vice president," Brian said with a touch of pride. "So, if the president cannot fulfill his duties, you get beat up by the football team." Bill shook his head, returning his attention to the game, but the peace was short-lived. His daughter, Lauren, walked in with her boyfriend, Chris. They moved toward the television with a purpose that Bill did not like. "Hey, I was gonna watch the game," Bill protested. "But Chris and I just started watching our movie," Lauren countered, already reaching for the remote. "Hi, Mr. Miller," Chris said politely. Bill sighed, shifting his weight. "Hi, Chris. You are really over here a lot, are not you?" "I like it here," Chris replied simply. "Hey, you should have seen it back before there were so many people on the couch," Bill grumbled. He looked at the teenagers, then back at the small screen. "Cannot you guys go watch the movie over at Chris' house?" "We do not own a TV," Chris explained. Bill paused, genuinely confused. "What do you do in your living room?" Sit around, read the paper," Chris said. "And what do you do in your bathroom?" Bill asked, his eyebrows furrowing. "Dad, can you please go watch the game upstairs, please?" Lauren pleaded. Bill stood up with a dramatic groan.
"Fine."
"Children. I hate children. They are my least favorite kind of people." Later that night, the house was silent, or it should have been. Bill was prowling the kitchen, his mind on a very specific turkey sandwich he had been dreaming about. He hummed a little tune to himself, something about an open book and a look that could stop him in his tracks. He opened the refrigerator, and his heart sank. There was a note. "Lauren's food. Do not eat," he read aloud.
He scoffed.
"Bill's house. Do not care." As he reached for the sandwich, he heard a floorboard creak. Then another. He looked toward the basement stairs just in time to see Chris descending from the upper floor. "Chris!" Bill barked. The boy jumped, nearly losing his footing. "Mr. Miller? What are you doing coming down from Lauren's room after midnight?" Bill demanded, his voice rising. "We were just studying," Chris said quickly, his hands up in a defensive gesture. "We fell asleep accidentally." "Oh, well, you are gonna fall down the basement stairs accidentally," Bill threatened, stepping toward him. "I swear, we just fell asleep, I swear," Chris pleaded, backing away. "Please, if you come any closer, I might throw up." The commotion brought Judy, Bill's wife, down the stairs. "What is going on down here?" "I found him sneaking out of Lauren's room," Bill shouted. "We did not do anything, I swear," Chris insisted. "We just fell asleep. I guess it was that big turkey sandwich I had." Bill froze. "You ate my turkey, too? That is it. You are going down the stairs." "Chris, why did not you go on home?" Judy asked, trying to be the voice of reason. "Mr. Miller and I need to talk." "Okay," Chris said, vanishing out the door as fast as his legs could carry him. "Julie, what are you doing?" Bill asked, still fuming. "Our daughter," Judy corrected. "My turkey," Bill added. "You cannot throw the neighbor boy down the stairs," Judy said firmly. "That neighbor boy was in our daughter's room trying to become the neighbor man," Bill argued. "Don't go crazy," Judy said. "Chris is a nice boy. I totally trust him with Lauren. Do I have to remind you his parents are lesbians?" Bill looked at her like she was speaking a foreign language. "What does it have to do with anything?" "I am just saying the boy might be more experienced than you think," Bill said. "I mean, who knows what this kid's seen? Hot tub parties, naked camping trips, pillow fights that get out of hand." "Well, just because they're lesbians does not make them sex fancy," Judy replied. "I have seen plenty of Cinemax movies that beg to differ," Bill muttered. Plenty. In fact, since I am up. The next day, the Millers found themselves sitting across from Chris's parents, Shelley and Terry. The atmosphere was thick with suburban politeness and underlying tension. Shelley, Terry, we just love having neighbors like you guys, Judy began, smiling brightly. Women, brave Americans, makes the neighborhood feel hip and funky, kind of like Greenwich Village. Well, we do what we can, Shelley replied. We love having Chris around all the time. He is polite and mature. And looking for a place to park his boy parts, Bill whispered under his breath. Listen, Terry said, he told us he and Lauren fell asleep studying, and he promises it will never happen again. Yeah, right, Bill scoffed. And I will never steal beer out of your garage again. The room went silent. What?
Terry asked.
My point is that men lie, Bill said quickly. Apparently we need a lock on our garage, Shelley noted. Look, Judy intervened. Lauren told us the same story, and maybe they did just fall asleep, but we were kind of hoping you guys would help us keep an eye on things. Unless you want us to be family someday. Nobody wants that, Bill added. We appreciate your concern, Terry said, but we have taught Chris to be respectful of girls, and we think Lauren is safe with him. But he is a teenage boy, and as we know, the male species, not your specialty. We know plenty about men, Bill, Shelley said. We are close with our dads. We have brothers. We have even had boyfriends. Really? Bill asked, skeptical. Yeah, Shelley said. In fact, in college we dated the same guy for a while. Bill leaned in, his interest piqued. You did? Actually, we met each other through him, Terry added. Uh-huh. Bill nodded eagerly. Keep going. Judy cleared her throat loudly. Thank you. Come on, Bill. Well, thank you for letting us come over, Bill said as they stood to leave. Actually, that reminds me of the movie I saw the other night. You guys ever go camping? As they walked back to their own house, Bill shook his head. Can you believe those two? That kid of theirs has them so fooled. Well, they really do seem to trust him, respect their son, Judy said. That is going to bite him on the ass, Bill predicted. Well, I do not trust him. He is a weird kid whose parents are freaks. Just because they are gay?
Judy asked.
No, because they do not have a TV, Bill said. That is unnatural. And the next time he comes over here, I am just going to happen to be cleaning my rifle. You do not have a rifle, Judy pointed out. Okay, then my belly button, Bill conceded. As scary as that may sound, you might want to try getting to know him. That way, he is more likely to respect you and less likely to disrespect our daughter. Bill thought for a moment. Not a bad idea. Take the kid out somewhere to bond. Where?
Judy asked.
At that moment, Brian walked by. Brian, how would you feel about a day with me at the batting cages? Bill asked. Really? That would be great, Dad. I would love that, Brian said, his face lighting up.
Perfect, Bill said.
That is where I am taking the neighbor boy. Brian's face fell. Brian. Bill called out. Yeah, Dad. Can you move your mom's car? The batting cages were loud with the mechanical whir of the pitching machines and the sharp cracks of aluminum bats. Bill and Chris stood in front of one of the cages. Here we are, Bill announced. Mr. Miller, I thought you were giving me a ride home from school, Chris said, looking confused. I am just going to hit a few balls, have a few laughs, Bill said. Are not you still mad at me? Chris asked tentatively. No, Bill said, waving a hand. I think you are a great kid. In fact, I want you to think of me as a friend, a buddy, just one of the guys. All right, Chris said. You could learn a lot from a guy like me, Bill said, puffing out his chest. I know a thing or two about a thing or two. I am drunk from life's cup. Mr. Miller, have you been drinking from life's cup today? Chris asked, concerned. No, Bill said. I like to keep sharp when I have business with Mr. Spaulding. He swung at a ball and missed wildly. That had some smoke on it. Maybe we should find a slower cage. I think this is the slowest, Chris noted. It has a picture of a turtle on it. Maybe it is just because you are standing all wrong, Bill insisted. Oh yeah? Who taught you how to bat? Chris asked. My mom's, Chris replied. They played varsity softball at Ohio State. They did?
Bill asked. Yeah.
They even went to the all-girl World Finals in Sweden, Chris said.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Keep going, Bill said, his eyes widening. What? Chris asked. Nothing, Bill said quickly.
Here. Let me show you.
He swung again and managed to graze the ball. All right, we have liftoff. Chris took the bat. Just remember to load up on your back foot and shift your weight. He swung and sent a ball screaming into the back of the cage. Oh, somebody get him a blanket. He is on fire, Bill joked. Mr. Miller, were you serious when you said we could talk about anything? Chris asked.
Sure.
Anything will work, Bill said. He swung and missed again. One for the guy in the kayak. Actually, there is this friend of mine, Chris began.
Oh.
More tokens, Bill interrupted, fumbling with his pockets. Anyway, there is this friend of mine who has been dating this girl, Chris continued. And even though it is usually the guy that is moving too fast, in this case, in my friend's case, it is the girl that wants to do stuff, if you know what I mean. Bill stopped swinging. So the girl's moving too fast, and he does not like it? Sounds like someone's not interested in girls. No, I am interested in girls, Chris said. I mean. Bill's eyes narrowed. Oh, so it is you we are talking about. Wait a minute. If we are talking about you, that means the fast girl is Lauren. You have got a hell of a nerve calling my daughter fast. I do not want to hear another word out of you. Bill stepped forward, forgetting where he was.
Clang.
A baseball hit him right in the arm.
Ow.
I was going to say you were standing on the plate, Chris shouted over the machine. I know I am standing on the plate. What do you think? I am stupid. Bill yelled.
Clang. Ow. Ow.
Back at the Miller house, Brian was in the front yard, struggling with his massive pterodactyl kite. Judy walked out to the porch. Hey, Brian, where are you off to? Oh, the wind's picking up, so I am taking her out on a trial run, Brian said excitedly. Oh, is that your little pelican kite? Judy teased. This little kite can withstand a scale 5 wind strength, okay? Brian corrected. And, it is a pterodactyl. Oh, are you sure? Judy asked. Because it looks just like the placemats of the hungry pelican. You know what? Maybe I could tie a string to one of those, and we could have ourselves a little race. Listen to yourself, Brian scoffed. There are like 5 reasons why that is aerodynamically impossible. Oh, honey, you know what else is impossible? Judy said with a smirk. Getting a girlfriend while you are carrying her on that kite. Just then, Bill pulled into the driveway, looking battered. Hey, Bill, how did the outing go with Chris at the batting cages? Judy asked. Very educational, Bill grumbled. I found out my swing is too fast, and so is our daughter. What do you mean? Judy asked, her smile fading. Chris said that Lauren's the one looking to move too fast, Bill said. I am going to go tuck her into bed with a staple gun. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should talk to Chris, Judy suggested. I think I can handle this, Bill insisted. Oh, really? You mean you are prepared to talk to your daughter about sex? Judy challenged. Sex, Bill. Do not be afraid of the word, Judy continued. You might have to use it up there. And penis and vagina. Bill winced. I will not have to use the P and V words. I can just say Patrick and Virginia. Okay, I do not think you are ready to have this talk with our daughter, Judy said. Why not? Bill asked. Because you are a big Virginia, Judy teased. Besides, you are a little agitated right now. If you go up there like this, it is going to turn into a shouting match. I will go. Okay, Bill conceded, but it is not because I could not handle it. Bop. Judy walked into Lauren's room, where Lauren and her friend Becca were looking at jewelry. That bracelet looks really great on you, Lauren said. Hi, Judy said. Hi, Mom, Lauren replied cautiously. Hi, Mrs. Miller, Becca said. Hey, Becca, what are you guys doing? Judy asked. Saying no to drugs and getting high on life, Becca said quickly. Becca, can I talk to Lauren for a second? Judy asked. Yes, ma'am, Becca said, scurrying out. Why does she always call me ma'am? Judy asked. Because she is scared of you, Lauren said.
Oh, good.
I like Becca, Judy said, sitting on the edge of the bed. Honey, I think it is time for you and I to have a little mother-daughter chat. You know, Brian's running around with a kite, Lauren suggested. Maybe you should have a mother-daughter chat with him. Where to begin? Judy sighed. Your father spent the afternoon with Chris. What? My boyfriend Chris? Lauren asked, horrified. Oh, God. It is no big deal, Judy said.
He was just bonding.
With my boyfriend? Lauren repeated.
No.
They were just having a talk, Judy explained. But during the course of the conversation, it came up that apparently Chris feels that romantically, you are moving a little too fast for him. Lauren's jaw dropped.
Oh, my God.
Now, honey, I know this is awkward, Judy started. Because it is none of your business, Lauren snapped. Actually, it is, Judy said firmly. You are 15 years old, and you do not want to get a, reputation. I cannot believe that you are talking to me about a reputation, Lauren said, standing up. What's that supposed to mean? Judy asked. You are the one who was easy in high school, Lauren said. Judy blinked, stunned. Where did you hear that? From you, Lauren said.
And Dad.
And Aunt Linda. And our own crossing guard. I cannot think of anyone I have not heard it from. Well, I did not, Judy stammered. We are not talking about me here. We are talking about you. Yeah, well, I am not you, Lauren said. And just because you fooled around with everyone in high school does not mean I am going to. You cannot talk to me like this, Judy warned.
Why?
It is true, Lauren said. Go to your room, Judy commanded. I am in my room, Lauren pointed out. Don't resist me, Judy shouted. You cannot tell me what to do. Well, that's where you're wrong, little lady, Judy said, pointing a finger. So, why don't you think about that for a while? In your room, forever. How dare you? Lauren yelled as Judy stormed out. Judy found Bill in the hallway. I cannot believe that little soul had it going. She had the audacity to say that I had no room to talk because I was a slut in high school. What? Bill asked. That is outrageous. I cannot believe I lost it like that up there, Judy said, pacing. Okay, Judy, look, come on. We can fix this, Bill said. He walked to the door. Lauren, can you come down here for a minute, honey? What are you doing? Judy asked. Judy, you just let yourself get a little too emotional, Bill said. What we need is a rational third party that can deal with this objectively. Shelley and Terry walked through the front door. Hey, Shelley said. Now, I know you are a little angry with your mother and your father because they do not know how to stay out of my business, Bill said as Lauren came down the stairs. You are our business, Judy said, and it is our business to keep everyone else's business out of your business. Now, Bill, Terry said, we do not know that Lauren and Chris are engaging in any inappropriate intimacy. You are assuming a lot here. Maybe we should just give Lauren the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you, Lauren said.
Okay, why don't we all just sit down and discuss this rationally? Shelley suggested. Okay, now, this is your lovely daughter, and she has given you no reason to believe that she is anything but a sweet and innocent. What's that on your neck? The room went silent. Lauren instinctively covered her neck with her hand.
Nothing, Lauren said.
Is that a hickey? Judy asked, her voice dangerous. No, Lauren said. Did Chris do that? Bill demanded. No. Then who did it? Bill shouted. It is not a hickey, Lauren stammered. I bumped into a door. With my neck. Ouch, Bill said sarcastically. That must have hurt, saying it with a straight face. But I wish you all would stay out of my life. Lauren turned and ran back upstairs.
Ah,
good start, Bill said. These open seeds are sown right now. What we do is we let it settle for a while, and then we invite her back down again, and play something called emotional charades. I will start. 2 words, both 1 syllable, means go home. Shelley and Terry looked at each other. Okay.
All right then, Shelley said.
Good luck with your slutty daughter. A short time later, Bill and Judy were at Chris's house. The atmosphere was even more tense than before. Well, 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 Bill said, looking around. Look at what we have here. Is not this a pretty picture? Quite a stew, Judy added. Oh, yeah, it is a real pickle, Bill said. Fine kettle of fish indeed. Okay, you gonna say something that makes sense anytime soon?
Terry asked.
We are trying not to point fingers, but... Judy began. This boy is an animal, Bill finished, pointing at Chris. What did I do?
Chris asked.
Yes, what did he do?
Terry asked.
Okay, first off, he acted all innocent the other day when I took him to the batting cages, Bill said. You took our son to the batting cages? Shelley asked, shocked. He wanted to go, Chris stammered. He said he was giving me a ride home from school, Chris said. You kidnapped our son?
Terry asked.
Don't get all excited, Bill said. I just thought he might like to talk to an older man about sex. And you are welcome. How dare you?
Shelley said.
We were just concerned about our daughter because your son is not as innocent as you think, Judy said. What does that mean?
Terry asked.
He gave Lauren a hickey on her neck, Bill said. A hickey? Shelley asked. That is what we had to rush over here about? It is not like you are missing a TV show, Bill noted. Besides, it is not about a hickey. It is about the fact that he lied to my face about not doing anything with my daughter. Lauren has a hickey? Chris asked, looking genuinely surprised. Oh, like you had nothing to do with it, Bill said. Does that mean she has another boyfriend? Chris asked, his voice cracking. Look at this performance, Bill said to Judy. It is like watching the great Patrick Swayze. Just then Lauren walked in. What is going on? Chris, what are you doing here? Lauren asked. Lauren, are you cheating on me? Chris asked. No, Chris, it is not like that, okay? Lauren said. Then who gave you a hickey? Chris asked. I do not want to talk about it, Lauren said. Well, you are going to tell us, Bill said. Who gave you the hickey then? Yeah, who? Terry added. I gave it to her, Chris said suddenly. We gave them to each other. You gave each other hickeys? Judy asked. Why would you do something like that? Oh, I can't think of a reason, Bill muttered. Look, we gave them to each other, but with a vacuum cleaner, Chris confessed. A vacuum cleaner? Bill asked, stunned. Probably something they saw on TV, Shelley suggested. Why would you do that?
Judy asked.
It is because I would not give her one, Chris said. It is this stupid bracelet thing at school. What bracelet thing? Judy asked. Don't tell them anything, Lauren whispered. Chris. Terry prompted. Tell us, Bill demanded. Chris's face turned pale. Don't, Lauren warned. I know that look, Bill said. He's going to barf. We better get him out of here. Breathe, honey, breathe, breathe, Shelley said, leading Chris away. Becca, who had been lingering in the background, was finally caught. Becca, what is going on?
Judy asked.
Becca, I have to tell her, Lauren said. Your mom is very scary. Yes, I am, Judy agreed. Okay, Becca started. At school, there are different colored bracelets you wear that show different things you have done with a guy, and Lauren and I did not have any, so some of the other girls dared us to see how many we could get. You gave each other hickeys so that you could wear a bracelet? Judy asked, incredulous. Yeah, a red one, okay? Lauren snapped. Big deal. It is not like we tried to get all the other colors. What other colors? Bill asked. The other colors you get for doing other things, Lauren said. Okay, are you happy? God, this is so embarrassing. Can I go to my room? Too, ma'am? Later that evening, the house was finally quiet. Bill and Judy were sitting in the living room with Brian. What is going on at that school? Bill wondered aloud. Brian, we just heard about this whole bracelet information system, Judy said. Do you know anything about it? Yeah, sure, I have one. I never take it off, Brian said. Really? Judy asked, surprised. What does yours say you will do? It says I will die if someone gives me penicillin, Brian said plainly. Judy walked up to Lauren's room for one last talk. Well, I am happy to learn you know where we keep the vacuum cleaner, Judy said as she entered. How did you find this funny? Lauren asked. It is not funny. It is frightening, Judy said seriously. You thinking you have to do things with boys to prove yourself to other girls? It is only one bracelet, Mom, Lauren argued. I made my life at school easier, okay? Lauren, that's crazy, Judy said. Look, you're not there, Mom, okay? Lauren interrupted. I just feel like everybody at school looks at me like I am a baby. Would you rather they look at you because you have a baby?
Judy asked.
I am not going to get pregnant, Mom. I am not going to have sex, Lauren insisted. All I need to know, Judy said, relaxing slightly. Listen, honey, I know you're going to end up doing things with boys sooner than I would like you to. But when you do, it at least should be for the right reasons. I know, because I am in love and we are married, Lauren said sarcastically. Or, at least because you are really, really hot for the guy, Judy said. Mom, Lauren squealed. I just mean that I want you to do it when you want to do it, Judy explained. And not because of some stupid bracelet. I know, okay? Lauren said softly. It is just sometimes it is hard to know what to do. Well, I want you to know that you can always come and talk to me about this stuff, okay? Judy said. You promise not to freak out on me, Lauren asked. I will try my best, Judy promised. Okay, Lauren said. Besides, I could be helpful, Judy said with a wink. You know, like you said, I have some experience in this field that I might be able to give you a little guidance. I thought it was gross when you tried to teach me to sew, Lauren said, cringing. Oh, God. I am not going to have to teach you how to do anything, Judy laughed. You're going to have to learn that on the streets like everybody else.
Thank God, Lauren said.
Your father and I love you very much, and we are just trying to help you through all this, Judy said, hugging her. I know, Lauren said. Hey, you want to have some fun? Judy whispered. Ask your father who Virginia is. Downstairs, Bill was helping Brian in the yard. Hey, here, hold this for me, Brian said, handing Bill the string. I have never got my kite this high before. I gotta go get my camera. The guys in Kite Club are not gonna believe this. Bill held the string, looking up at the pterodactyl soaring high in the evening sky. He looked at the neighbor's house, then back at the kite. He released his grip. Brian ran back out with his camera. What happened to my kite? Bill looked at him solemnly. It moved on, and so should you. No, Brian cried, watching the hungry pelican vanish into the clouds.